Hi everyone, welcome back to Hein Academy, and today we are going to solve some problems using zero product property to find the x-intercepts of the graph of the following function. And the question doesn't end there. It also asks you to write them as the coordinate points as x and y. So alright, so let's recall x-intercepts and y-intercepts. So on the graph, what are x-intercepts and y-intercepts? So let's say we have a quadratic graph that cuts through the axis, right? So we have y-axis here and we have x-axis here. So we have 3 points where the quadratic graph cuts through the axis, right? We have this point and we have this point and we have this point. Those are the intercepts because it cuts through the axis, and the x-intercepts are located where the graph cuts through the x-axis. So this point and this point are called x-intercepts, and this point is called y-intercepts because the graph cuts through y-axis. So let's find out the value of these points. Here I'm going to label it as x-intercepts, and this point as y-intercepts, and this point is x-intercepts. Alright, at the location of x-intercepts, there is no y value, right? Because all the value that you pick on the x-axis, we have x value, but we do not have y value because y value is 0. So at x-intercepts, we have x value, but the y value is 0. And same here, we have x value of some negative number and y value is 0. And here we have y-intercepts, right? So y-intercepts, we do not have x value because the point falls on the y-axis. So we do not have x value, so it's 0, and we have y value here. So that's the quick recall on y-intercepts and x-intercepts. So for your side note, that would be x-intercepts is located on x-axis because the graph cuts on the x-axis, and y-intercepts is located on the y-axis and the graph cuts on the y-axis. So at x-intercepts, y value is 0, but there is x value, and at y-intercepts, we do not have x value, however, we have y value. Now we're going to solve problem number 1, and that is y is equal to 3x plus 4 times x plus 11. We want to find the location of x-intercepts, and at x-intercepts, the graph cuts through x-axis, and therefore there is no y value. Therefore, y value is 0, so we are going to use that concept. 0 is equal to 3x plus 4 times x plus 11. Alright, the multiplication of two variables will be equal to 0. So basically, we are using zero product property. So first variable has to be 0, or the second variable has to be 0 to satisfy the equation. And so let's solve them separately. 3x plus 4 is equal to 0, or x plus 11 is equal to 0. In here, we will subtract 4 from both sides, and that would be 3x is equal to negative 4, and we will subtract 11 from both sides, and that would be x is equal to negative 11. And here we have 3 you have to divide by 3 on both sides, and then x is equal to negative 4 by 3, or x is equal to negative 11. So we got it. So these are 2 points of x-intercepts. So now we can write them as coordinate points. So x-intercepts, x has value and y value is 0. So these 2 points will be written as coordinate points. So let's write it. So the first point is negative 4 by 3, 0, and the next point is negative 11, 0. That's it. So this is the coordinate points of the x-intercepts. Okay, so that's the solution. And in case if the problem is asking you to find y-intercepts, then you will plug in 0 for the value of x, and then you will find the y value at that time. So you will find the coordinate of y-intercepts. But since the problem is not asking about y-intercept, then I will stop it right here, and we will move on to the next problem in the next video. And for your convenience, I will put the link in the description, and also I will put the link at the top right corner so you can check it out after watching this video. And also I will attach the playlist of problem solving category so that you can practice along during my tutorials. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.